Fennell's 2026 adaptation of Wuthering Heights, with Margot Robbie as Catherine and Jacob Elordi as Heathcliff, arrives not as a reverent period piece, but as a bold, stylized reimagining of Emily Bronte's 1847 novel. The movie released in 2026, this iteration has quickly sparked conversation and debate amongst critics and audiences alike, marking it one of the year's most talked about literary adaptations. From a purely cinematic standpoint, Wuthering Heights is undeniably captivating. The film's production design, costume work, and cinematography weave a rich atmospheric tapestry. Windswept moors, mist-shrouded estates, and painstakingly crafted period detail create a strong visual identity that draws the viewer into its world. These elements, coupled with a score that blends classical composition with modern musical contribution, make the film a sensory experience that stand out amid other literary adaptation. Margot Robbie delivers a committed performance as Cathy, portraying a character torn between social ambition and primal desire. Her chemistry with Elordi's Heathcliff has been singled out by many reviewers for its fervour and intensity, even if the depth of that connection remains a point of contention. Supporting performances, particularly by Hong Chow as Nellie Dean and Alison Oliver as Isabella, bring additional texture to the story and offer moments of emotional grounding amid the romantic storm. Yet despite these strengths, the film's reinterpretation of Bronte's text has divided opinion sharply. One common critique is that Fennell's script focuses heavily on erotic and visual spectacle at the expense of the novel's psychological and narrative complexity. Several critics have argued that by leaning so hard into the physicality of Cathy-Heathcliff relationship and excising large portions of the book, including its second-generation storyline, the adaptation loses some of the haunting depth that makes the source material timeless. This stylistic choice had led to some reviewers to describe the film as emotionally hollow or superficially sensational, suggesting that its lush surfaces sometimes overshadow the emotional stakes beneath. Others have observed that while the performances and visuals are compelling, the story's portrayal of toxicity and obsession may feel overly romanticized, especially for viewers familiar with the novel's more nuanced critique of destructive love. Ultimately, Wuthering Heights is not easily categorized as a success or failure. It is a film of strong artistic conviction, bold, provocative, and visually memorable. For viewers looking for a cinematic vision with a powerful lead, performances, and striking production values, there is much to admire. However, for purists of Bronte's original text, although seeking the novel's layered emotional resonance, this adaptation may feel like a misstep. Intense and stylish, but not quite faithful to the spirit that has made the story endure for nearly 2 centuries. In that balanced tension between celebration and critique lies the essence of Wuthering Heights. It is a film that demands discussion, even if it doesn't satisfy all expectations. And this has been Adnaan Jugoo, and I am a man on a mission.